and let's share a screen. We're going to be doing all sorts of things this morning during this meeting. That is, if I can, oh, here it is. Okay, let's go through. Let me get these two people in here. I hope you've read the 3-week agenda. That's what we're looking at right now. So fourth grader grades are, for the last 3 weeks, are in portal right now, and the final grades will be put on May 20th. So they're in there right now for the first 6 weeks, including the last 3. Of course, we'll continue having these meetings. It wouldn't feel like school if I didn't have these meetings. I don't know about you. And make sure you're on time, and thank you for so many being on time today. Little Prince won the vote by 1 vote, just 1 vote. And unfortunately, only half the class has voted, 14 out of 28. So if you didn't get your choice, I'm sorry about that, but it was a 1-vote thing. 14 people voted, and I have video recorded it. I set up my own little mini studio. One of the things about having quarantine is I've been able to do other things, and that's I created a little mini studio, so the sound quality is really good and the video looks great. And chapters, the next 3 chapters will be up tomorrow. We're going to be focusing on a lot of things these last 3 weeks, and in fact, they're all review. Traits of effective writing, the 4 types of paragraphs, making a summary, punctuation, types of nouns, verbs, and adjectives, continued verb tenses, subject-verb agreement, daily editing, and I have a new list of vocabulary and spelling words that we'll look at in just a minute. We will continue gifted thinking skills. We'll be reviewing all the ancient civilizations, continue working on geography skills, but the really cool thing is right here. You are going to choose any place on the planet, any continent, any city, any state, any country, any geographical location that you want to, and please choose something that you really think is cool. And you're going to become a little tour guide, and you're going to create some pictures and videos and slideshows, and you're going to lead us through that tour guide. You're going to be our docent.
It's going to be hard for me to
tour guide.
It's going to be so much fun. I'm already learning ancient Egypt. It's going to be so hard.
Anywhere you. Oh, by the way, you can't do the past though. You have to do the present. This is a present time thing. So this isn't a history project.
That ruins the whole thing, Mr. Bagby. I was
I'm sorry.
happy.
It really doesn't.
And you ruined it all.
Because if you go to Egypt, you can still visit the pyramids, you know.
Right, but there's not.
You can visit the pyramids. So you have to find current pictures and current facts about your countries, and we'll get into that. We'll continue our family fun activities, quizzes, fun facts, etc., or clever apps, or safety YouTubes, or slide shares,
when is the project due?
It's going to be due. You're going to be doing it the last week of school.
Oh, yeah.
The last week of school, we're going to be doing tour guides. You guys are going to be our tour guides. So let's stop this share.
Okay.
And open up our next one for our daily assignment today.
Hold on.
Now, on the daily assignment today, let me make sure this fits here so you guys can see it. It's a little too big right now. There we go. Let's see, Kyla has to come in here. Here she comes. The Little Prince is not going to be read with me during the Zoom meetings. I already recorded it, chapters 1 and 2, and I have recorded already all the way up through chapter 10. So I'm going to continue copying the pictures of the book and making them match perfectly. If you watch today's video, I'm so proud of it because I made it. And the picture changes precisely on the read to the next page. So, and I used a professional microphone and have, like I said, my own little mini studio. It's pretty cool. So I hope you like that. We're going to be reading some poetry today during Zoom. editing is on the California Gold Rush that started in 1848. It's the reason why the San Francisco football team is called the 49ers, because the Gold Rush really started big time in 1849. So they got their name from that, the San Francisco 49ers. Lots of people flocked to California
I hate the 49ers. I
to
don't
get
know why.
to that gold.
I don't know why.
Take a look at these words, and I want you to say them after me. That's why I haven't muted you. So if you've muted yourself, please unmute yourself. We're going to read one row a day. And some of these words might seem hard, but most of them are not hard. They're words you should already know. And what this list is from educators. It was created by educators that are experts in elementary ed. And they boiled it down to a list of 75 words that every third grader should definitely know moving into fourth grade. Not that these are the only words, but you should definitely have these words down, both spelling and
Why is there no words that start with
vocabulary. Here we go. Say the word after me. Additional.
additional,
Agreeable.
Agreeable.
Argue.
Argue.
Arrange.
arrange,
Assist.
Assist.
Attract.
Attract.
Careless.
Careless.
Pause.
Cause.
Climate.
Climate.
Coast.
Coast.
And that's not what you do in a car when you just are rolling down the hill. It's the coast along the waterfront.
Yeah,
Compare.
right.
I say coast.
Compare.
You say coast.
Construct.
Construct.
Continent.
Continent.
Contrast.
Contrast.
Credit.
Credit.
Culture.
Culture.
Dangle.
Dangle.
Defend.
Defend.
Describe.
Describe.
So these words, we'll go over the next row tomorrow, are words that you should know how to use in sentences. I'm pretty sure that most of you will know what they mean, but you'll need to know how to spell them and how to use them.
I say word. You
My
say
favorite word out of that list was probably describe. I don't know why. It's just
Mine is defend.
Let me move on. We're moving on. Shh.
all right.
Grammar practice. We have the power of punctuation, and there is a punctuation slideshow that we're going to look at, and also a punctuation jungle picture that's really pretty cool looking. Plus, there's quizzes on using punctuation correctly. In your fiction and nonfiction, what genre are you reading and how do you know that? And what is the topic and main point of your present book? Creative writing, the traits of great writing. There's a great video on this on Safe YouTube. I keep calling it Safety YouTube. And these are traits that we will be reviewing. And you've got ideas, organization, word choice, voice. You're writing in your own voice, not somebody else's. Conventions, that's grammar and punctuation. And sentence fluency. How well do the words and sentences flow together? So it's all review these last 3 weeks. Nothing really new. I want you to try to start a narrative paragraph today. That will be a narrative paragraph that I hope will become the start of a story.
Ooh.
We've got 17 puzzles and riddles with the answers attached on the video.
I like that.
Hold on a second.
Mr. Bagby, why did we have so little things last week?
You mean Friday?
No, the entire last week we had like 3, 4, and 5. Monday we had 3 things that I created a document on. I still did all the others.
I have monitored these every day and every week, and I practice doing them with you to see how long they take. So the time that it takes to do all these things, it might not seem like a lot of work, but if you're putting the time in, you're learning a lot.
Mr. Bagby?
Let me get through this first. Hold on just a second. We're going to be studying, again, reviewing all the ancient civilizations. And today is, you'll watch this and you'll write down the traits of ancient civilizations. What made a civilization a civilization? And I already talked about this. Choose any place on earth, presently speaking, although it could include some history, of course, because every place has a history. And when you go on a tour of any place, they're going to tell you the history of the place.
I
So
actually
don't think don't
Egypt
think that
is
it
a good
ignores history at all.
topic. Mr. Bagby, do you think ancient Egypt would be a pretty good topic to do for something like this?
Well, you'll do Egypt, not
Egypt.
ancient Egypt. You'll
Egypt.
reference
Do
ancient
you think
Egypt.
Egypt would be a good
So, yet
choice?
on Saturday,
Speaking of ancient,
we took advantage of the opening up the quarantine, and very safely we went to the beach, real far up North Clearwater Beach, almost to Caldesi Island. And how has your family experienced the recent opening up? What have you guys been doing?
we went to the beach.
haven't left the house. We have not left the house.
The ancient Aztecs, you can read these fun facts. And then finally, if you
I watched
They
3
invented
movies.
can't open the video, it's all down here, right here, the first 2 chapters.
I thought George Washington Carver came up with peanut butter.
No, that is a myth. That's been a myth forever.
That
It's one of those
has-
myths that refuses to die. George Washington Carver created hundreds and hundreds of products from peanuts, but one of them was not peanut butter.
Oh my God! I never knew that.
I know. It's amazing.
I saw that fact, and I saw it in a book too.
It's
not
like the myth.
what?
It's like the myth that says that gum will take 7 years to digest in your stomach.
Yeah,
The
there's a
myth
book.
never
on-
dies.
There are these books that ask.
Okay,
Where's
we are
the
going
book?
to now have fun with
Mr. Bagby.
Zoe.
Have fun with Zoe.
And here comes Zoe's.
Oh,
Can you see it?
yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. All poems
my
made by
gosh.
Zoe. Zoe, say you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Tiger, tiger, kids of fire, like their mother, heading back home, but not alone. Volcanoes. Volcanoes shoot fire up higher and higher. Their lava is red, orange, and yellow. They did that for a long time before dinosaurs climbed the mountain of fire. Boom, 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 boom. These are good. The dog, cute and lovable. Short dog, long dog, even small, big and huggable. I can still read that though, even though it's a little hidden. Zoe, we can tell what that says. Pretty obvious.
Type hop, kitty.
Oh, Kitty. Kitty is my kitty cat who likes to sleep in my hat. She can go outside where she will hide. She goes in a high place so she doesn't get chased by Rosie, our dog, who looks like a hog. And we'll finish with this one.
Smarty
cat. A dog found a rat and altered the cat. And the cat said, "That's not a rat, it's a mouse in her house." The cat chased the mouse out of the house. Cat went on a walk and started to talk with the dog who saw a hog. The hog came out of the fog, and the dog howled as long as he could. And the cat thought it was too loud. The cat wished he was in the cloud. He couldn't hear the dog from there. The end. Delightful poem, Zoe. I really
Oh my God,
enjoyed
that was
those.
I really like those.
Yes, they were very good.
What about
I did mine in
Graceful and Little
Microsoft
Owl? What about
I did mine in
Graceful
Word.
and Little Owl?
2 more.
And let's see. I'm going to do a few more poems. Let's
Yeah,
see
there's
who-
Why did I do my
Little
portfolio
Owl.
in Word?
Yeah, I'm not doing
Yeah, I
everybody's
know.
poems today.
I wish I didn't. I still have to find my poems.
I did
Hey,
mine in
Maceo,
Word.
I got a question to ask you in your private channel because
Where are my poems? Yeah.
I didn't
I
see
have
your
to-
poems.
I didn't realize that's what I had to do.
I just got my portfolio over with on Monday.
Okay, here is
Yeah, I'm
Josiah.
sorry. I didn't realize I had to take
Hi,
my
Josiah.
poems. Hi,
Hello.
Josiah.
I went to a garden. We saw this lady who said pardon. She had gold hair. She gave me a marigold. The lady looked pretty and she turned into a kitty. She ran away. I saw a man and he said, "She went that way." I smelled the flower. It smelled nice. The flower died in the next hour.
Oh God, that's
Goodness, Josiah.
that's dark.
That's like a modern poem from an adult.
Yeah, I mean,
Cow.
that's
A
a
boy
free
once
book.
had a cow. His cat hated the cow. One day the cat said, "Meow, meow, meow." The boy thought the cat was mad. The cat ran across the yard and the cow went into the barn. The boy was curious. He thought they were furious. But turns out the cat was glad and the cow was too. The animals were not mad. They were friends and were together to the end.
But in the first part of the poem, it said
Here we
that the
go.
cat hated the cow.
I know.
What?
But isn't that like you guys?
No.
One day you hate each other, the next day you love each other.
No, no. Oh,
My
God,
homework is
no.
killing me.
Yep.
Cling, clan, click, click.
What
Words
is
in
that
my
kind
brain
of
there
poem?
drilling me. Bzzz,
Oh, right.
zoom, zoom.
Oh,
My
no.
cat can run as fast as a car. My cat can jump so high it can almost touch the sky. The tree blows in the wind. The cat runs like a gazelle.
Oh, I like that. That was free verse right there.
Yeah, I like
The
that.
last one
It
was
was
free
free
verse.
verse.
I like how all of
Alright.
his poems are free verse.
Let's
No,
see if
they're
there's
not.
one more
One
I
was a
want to share
simile.
here.
One was a rhyme.
Llama.
Wow.
Maceo. Bob like Maceo. Mr. Bagby.
All right, so I don't see where I put the other poems, so we're going to try
I
the.
think I know which poems are mine, so I'm gonna look for them.
All right, I'm looking for my
Ika.
link here.
I have an old poem I made like 2 years ago with my mom.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Wait, I might
The
be able to
rhyming
get to my
problem.
poems.
You might be able to get to yours. Who told you you could go though?
Wait,
Wait a minute. 1,
okay, I
2,
just need
3,
to go
4,
in
5,
here
6, 7,
Let me
8,
see if
9,
this
10, 11,
works. If you
12.
can see this, let me know.
If we can see
Because I
What?
wanted to do this. I wanted to do this screen. Hold on a second.
Yeah, we can see it.
I know you can see that, but I wanted to
Yeah,
go
we
through
can
the slide share.
Screen share.
Here we go.
Be prepared for the slide share.
Just ask.
Screen
Can you
share.
see the? Can you see the punctuation?
What do you mean? Can we see the
Can
punctuation?
you see the word punctuation here?
Yeah.
Where?
Punctuation?
Punctuation PowerPoint.
Right there.
Right here in purple.
Yeah.
But
In
you can't see
purple.
the. You can't see the slide share.
No, yeah.
Now we
no, I
can.
can't.
No, I see a bunch
I
of
can't.
punctuation words.
I just
We see the link.
Okay,
punctuation.
but you
that's all
can't
we
see
see.
punctuation, Ellen Connor.
No.
Oh. Who is Ellen Connor?
Yeah, who is Ellen
That's what I'm
Connor?
trying to get to.
Who is Ellen
Wait, I
Connor?
saw it in a link. I saw it in a link. It is Kano.
Yeah, I know. I saw it in the link too, but it's supposed to come up, but it didn't come up. Let's try this one. Here we go.
Good, just type it in.
Is that showing up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ellen Connor.
Yeah.
Here we
that's
go.
it.
Okay, fine.
Second grade language arts.
Okay. Shh. Why do we need punctuation? Punctuation allows the author's writing to be easy to read and understandable for the reader. It might be hard for you to believe, but 500 years ago or so, there was hardly any punctuation.
That's not
Reading
that
and
hard
writing.
to believe.
Reading and writing were basically for people that understood what the words meant without punctuation. Punctuation came along much later than reading and writing. Hard to
Yeah, that
believe,
makes
but it's
sense.
true.
So people used to be smarter.
Types
than
of punctuation: periods, commas, colons, question marks, quotation marks, exclamation points, parentheses, apostrophe.
Jeez.
Period, you
Semicolon.
use at the end of a sentence. You use at the end of an indirect question. The comma, you use a comma to separate words or item in a list. She has 2 dogs, comma, 3 dogs, comma, 1 bird, comma, and 5 fish in her house, period. You use a comma to separate a city from its state, East Lansing, Michigan. You use a comma to separate the day of the month from the year. He was born August 4th, 1990. That would mean he's almost 30 years old. That's the age of my son. Rule, use a comma to separate 2 adjectives describing words. She was young, comma, beautiful dog.
That's that woman. That
was a
girl has like
young,
11 pets.
My little cursor.
Young, beautiful dog.
I'm telling you, my little cursor sometimes disappears.
Yeah, I know it's weird.
Makes me want to curse.
Me too.
Question mark. Use a question mark only after a direct question. Will you come over after school? I can't. I'm in quarantine.
Did you forget?
Exclamation point. We all know about those. You got your quotation marks, which indicates, like 2 weeks ago, I asked people to write dialogue. Well, that means quotes. What is your favorite color? She asked. Periods and commas always go inside the quotation mark. That goes there. That
Those
goes there.
things-
People make this mistake a lot. They put the quotation mark before the comma.
Those quotation marks on the bottom are freaky.
Yeah.
These guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're weird.
They're,
Really
I mean, they're
weird.
cute, but they're freaky.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
cute and treaty.
They got your attention though. The colon, use the colon after a complete sentence to introduce a list of items. On my trip, I will bring clothes, a pillow, a sleeping bag, a toothbrush, and my teddy bear. Oh,
And they used the colon in the example.
yes, they do. Use the colon after the greeting of the person's name in a business letter. Parentheses, we use parentheses to enclose words or figures that clarify or use as an aside. As an aside means it doesn't have to be there. That you include it just to make things clear. He received 150 points, 150, on his math project. The good old apostrophe, when combining two words, it's always placed in the spot where the letters have been removed. These are called contractions. She is, she's, only allowed candy on Friday. Wasn't, W-A-S-N apostrophe T. Whenever you put these contractions together, you have to have an apostrophe. You also use apostrophes to show possession. Something belongs to somebody else. The gloves belong to Miss Connor. All right, so those are our review today. You can look at this again and review it. Now I'm going to open it up to you for any questions. I'm going to mute all, but I'm going to allow you. There goes my cursor going wild again. You can unmute yourself to ask a question or make a comment. Here we go. Or if you have anything to share from the weekend, anything that was really cool. So you're all muted. You can unmute and let us know. Kristen, or I'm sorry, Haley, go ahead. You're unmuted.
A couple of days before we left to head back home, we got things so we could rock mine in the driveway, and I found a really big chunk of amethyst and a really pretty geode.
Do you have it?
Some emeralds, rubies, and sapphires.
Where is it?
Mommy, where are the rocks?
You can be ready and share them tomorrow, Haley, if you can't get them right away.
Okay. Mommy's grabbing it.
Cool.
The living room.
Zoe has turned into Pikachu.
Oh no! Zoe, she's Pikachu. Pikachu, she's Zoe.
You know who Pikachu is, right?
Pokemon.
Somebody that likes to sneak up people. Never mind. It's an old joke. Pikachu. Oh, is that Zoe with her little? Is that amethyst?
Yeah.
Crystal.
Amethyst
Nice.
is my birthstone. Amethyst is my birthstone. So that's cool. I am jelly. I am jealous right now because amethyst is my birthstone. So
I
I'm
have something to
jealous.
share.
Haley, there's Haley.
My grandma gave this to me.
Well,
Let's
I'm going to
see.
go find my amethyst and ask my mom.
And
if she
Haley,
has
what
mine.
kind of rock is that?
Amethyst.
Green tiger's eye.
Cool. I
That
love
sounds
geology.
Yeah, I love that.
Petrified wood.
Nice.
I am so jealous of Zoe right now.
We
Well,
found
Haley's
this.
sharing right now.
We found a mystery rock, but it looked really cool when it was wet, and we had no idea what it was.
Hold it still. Looks like it's. I think it would be classified in the conglomerate.
Okay.
Like a good combination of things.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta break it open. You gotta do it like or not. See if it's a geode or not.
Fossilized.
so I couldn't
Here's a
find my-
fossilized shell
Fossilized shell.
Oh, that's so cool.
and a plant stem.
Hey, I've found a fossilized shell before, but I couldn't find my amethyst, but I found this cool rock that looks like ice.
Whoa, that's so cool. I am so jelly. What is that?
I have a bunch of other gemstones.
They all fell on the plate.
Okay, whoever wants to share next, unmute yourself and share. Haley, you can hold up a few more
I
if
got
you
something
want
to share. I have something to share.
Cool.
I have
Maceo? Graham, did you have something to share?
I have something to share.
I had something to share. I literally just said I had something to share.
Okay, Graham, go ahead.
So in Minecraft, I got 2 wither skeleton heads.
Oh boy.
Who cares?
I personally don't know what that means, but I'm very happy for you.
You said the M word. We're not allowed to talk about it. Remember? Like,
Remember, he lifted the van. He lifted the ban.
For
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Minecraft? Oh yeah, that ban was
You said
lifted.
you had to post the news.
That was lifted before we even went into.
Okay, Kyla, go ahead.
I'm the most impatient person in the world. We're getting
What's happening?
a new pet called an axolotl.
You did what?
We're getting a new pet. It's called an
What kind of
axolotl.
pet?
And it's a type of amphibian, and
Oh, I know that kind. I know that kind. I know what you're talking about. I think I do at least.
Maceo, let Kyla share. Kyla, go ahead. Kyla, you can unmute yourself.
a new pet called an axolotl, and I'm going to find a picture and then I'm going to show you because they're adorable. They're also called Mexican walking fish.
Axolotls are like that Pokemon Wooper. That's where they got it from.
I need to share my screen. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
It said that you disabled it.
No?
It says host has disabled attendee screen sharing.
I just
Uh-oh.
tried doing
You
it,
might be
and-
right there.
Yeah, she is.
It does. She's right.
Okay, let
There's
me
Pokemon
try. All participants. There you go. You should be able to now.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a photo mode that you can share.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can
I
you
told
see it?
you.
I knew
That's
what
what you're getting?
I told
Yeah,
you they
they're
look
really
like Wooper.
cute.
That looks like it comes from a different planet.
It is cute though.
That's
That's when I
Wait.
saw this one studying amphibians.
Yeah,
They're
it's so cute.
adorable.
A
I know.
puppy, also known as the
Oh,
mud
and
puppy
wait, hold on.
salamander.
There's a really cute picture. And then there's
Look
also
at
these ones.
Wooper.
But we're gonna get a baby one so that we can watch it grow. And then
There's a Pokemon Whoop. There's a Pokemon named Wooper that's based off of that.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. I'll be looking.
Thank you, Kyla. Who else wants to share?
I do.
Will it hurt you, Kyla? We'll do it.
Eli, did you want to share?
They do bite, but they don't have teeth.
So
it
it doesn't
won't
hurt when they bite.
Who else wants to share?
Can I share?
I want to share.
Who's saying, can I share?
Zoe.
Zoe, go ahead.
I got more rocks.
Oh,
This is my birthstone, I think.
wow.
What's your birthstone though?
I don't know what it is, but I know that's my birthstone.
Rocks and minerals and all that have a long ancient history because when people started digging
My
into the
birthstone.
earth, they started finding stuff. It blew their mind, especially the shiny stuff and how strong it was.
I can get all of mine.
Nice. Okay, who else would like to share before we do the countdown?
I would like to share. I've
I
been
would like to share his
asking
Wooper.
3 times to share.
Maceo, you have not stopped sharing, but go ahead.
Thank you. So over Mother's Day, I gave my mom a whole bunch of stuff. Like seriously. So I made her a card that I worked on for that was like a week and a half. It was a pretty simple card. It was because I had to balance out schoolwork with all of it. And then the day before Mother's Day on Saturday, my dad bought a card and flowers, and then I put my name on the card, and then I gave it to her. Then on actual Mother's Day, I gave her my card that I made personally. Then after that, I have a guitar. I have an acoustic guitar in my closet. And I took that out and did a song for her. I have not used that thing in about a year and a half, so